Hello, everyone. This is Micoy, and welcome back to another episode of TLT Recap. This is Micoy once again. Joining me this time again is.
PokeArt2004.
And today we're going to be recapping round 5 and predicting round 6. So, round 5 was pretty interesting. We've had. The theming of round 5 has been luck, isn't it?
Hey, wait, actually, aren't we going to be recapping all of round 5 and one match of round 6?
Actually, that's true. Yeah, that's true because one round 6 match has already been played because the people playing are such no-johners and just wouldn't wait until the video gets uploaded so we can record it and then predict it all the way. What's wrong with you people? Anyway.
They legit played 2 hours after the initial final round 5 match.
Yeah, they're just eking to get the match ready as soon as possible so that either one of them could go out on a trice. So, anyway, first match we're reviewing is Crunchman versus Miminger21 from the losers bracket.
Yes, which is also the match that happened about 6-ish hours ago.
Yeah, at the time of this recording, at least, it's been 6 hours since this series has been played. And what happened in this match? Because I was asleep that time, and you caught this live.
Yeah, I did catch it live, and let me just say, LC was just very quick, and I guess it wasn't played too well on Miminger's part.
Oh no, it's not. Crunchman has had LC down easily. But let's talk about that Uber's game, shall we?
Oh god.
Oh my god. We really thought Miminger was gonna win that.
Yeah, not only was he winning for most of it, even when it was clear that he was starting to choke.
Yeah.
Even then, it seemed as though he would still win.
Yeah, he still had the advantage over everything, because Crunchman was just not playing well. We'll just say that outright. Miminger just straight up played better, had the advantage down. It was like what? It was 20 turns before Miminger lost his first Mon? Something like that?
What are you referring to?
The Uber's game, like, it took about, what am I trying to say? It took about 30 turns before Miminger lost his first Mon, and then Crunchman already lost 2 by that point.
That's what you're referring to. Yeah, that I believe is true.
Yeah, and of course,
Miminger was basically ahead for the majority of the game.
Marshadow was a cleaner in that game. Like, it took over half of Eternatus, which typically Eternatus are bulky, but Marshadow just dealing 53% was really, like, you could tell that thing was banded.
Miminger's Marshadow?
I think so. I think you told me this.
Are you sure you're not thinking of Crunchman versus Star?
Oh, was it? Alright.
Miminger's Marshadow was bulk up.
Oh, that's right. I watched these out of order, so I don't know why.
Oh, Micoy.
Anyway, let's talk about that endgame for Miminger versus Crunchman.
Let me just say, regarding how Miminger played Marshadow, I was disappointed.
I was very disappointed myself, because I really thought he was gonna save that for the cleanup at the end of the game, but...
yeah, that was something he really should have saved to, avoid getting swept by Calyrex.
Mm-hmm. But then...
and that was, I believe, Specs Calyrex.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
yeah, in
his
the end,
Marshadow was Life Orb with bulk up, and he stayed in on the Landorus for...
I have no idea.
Yeah,
why would he
just allowed it to take damage while setting up his bulk ups, but the damage was too much.
Yeah, and in the end, I think it was Calyrex that ended up sweeping the game for Crunchman.
I don't necessarily remember that detail, but
It was a sweep. It was a sweep at the end.
no, it wasn't a sweep. It was actually, you see, I believe Miminger had it looked as though Miminger was still gonna win despite how badly he played his Marshadow, how he kind of just let it get low, so he couldn't just send it in to revenge kill the Calyrex or deal lots of damage to other mons.
I wonder if that thing had.
I was very disappointed that he let it get so low.
I wonder if that thing has Shadow Sneak in the first place.
Micoy, did you not watch it?
Oh, for frick's sake, it did. It did. Sorry. Blanking out again.
It used it like at least twice in that.
Twice, right, because tried to do one against the other mon that he had. Kyogre, that's it.
But yeah, in the end, the Marshadow just ended up dying to Life Orb recoil.
Yeah, that basically spelled the doom for Miminger. Once he had Marshadow down, there was nothing.
But no, even then, it looked like Miminger had a good chance to win.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But because he, still had Yveltal, the Ho-Oh was poisoned, the Yveltal was taking hits well. You see, what spelled doom for Miminger was the very unfortunate hacks.
Okay, what hacks?
Remember the double para onto the Sacred Fire crit.
Oh, right. Yeah, the Sacred Fire crit really sucked for Miminger. And
yeah, that killed his Yveltal, which was unfortunate. Well, that was what Miminger was gonna use to basically win.
Yeah, and in the end, Crunchman basically got bailed. He got bailed and then ended up winning the
exactly. Game like I said, double para crit.
AKA bailing. It was a bail. Thank you, Ho-Oh, for bailing out Crunchman. So yeah, Miminger.
And once that was done, all Miminger had left was the Zygarde, and all it took was an Astral Barrage from the Calyrex to kill it.
Poof. And here
it was a little over half, so makes sense.
And that spells the end of the road for Miminger 21's road, which is honestly like Miminger's road to this point has been pretty well documented. I like it.
Yeah, I'm happy he made it this far. I think it was well earned.
Yeah, it definitely one of those standout new performers in TLT.
Definitely.
All right, next up we have Elfuzon versus Starreal, and this is the complete opposite. Unfortunately, we can't show replays because I can't show them. But what we can say.
What do you mean? Basically, you just mean you don't have permission to show them.
Yeah. That's how I would word it. Yeah. But we've seen so we watched the replays, and oh boy.
2 out of 3 replays.
Yeah. Well, no, I only have 2 out of the 3 replays.
That's literally what I just said.
Oh, sorry. All right. So let's first discuss UU. So apparently, what happened in UU was it was a PP stall game, and it was basically a mirror match between 5 out of 6 months. And Elfuzon had, I think it was Aegislash, and then Starreal had Celesteela. And it was.
And the rest were the same.
Yeah, the rest were the same, and it was just a long PP stall game. And in the end, I think Starreal ended up winning that one.
Basically, he had more PP?
Yeah, he had more PP. Don't take it out of context. So, yeah, that happened. That's what happened in UU. OU was a different story. Like, you've seen it was very interesting. It was very interesting. The
team Star had was
really bulky.
Unusual to say the least.
It was really bulky. And it also had Weavile, which acted as, wait, no. Elfuzon had the Weavile. Elfuzon had the Weavile. Starreal brought real bulk. It was just the definition of bulk. Right there, we had Toxapex, we had Chansey, we had some of those mons.
Buzzwole. Two
Buzzwole.
of his mons had Rocky Helmet.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, it ended up being fairly close.
And did he also have like a Scarfy Dragon or something?
I think so, yeah. Or
Yeah,
was that the Crunchman one? We'll talk about the Crunchman one later, but yeah, I think
it was another unusual team.
it was a very unusual team, and the game ended up ending down to hacks where Weavile basically got a crit, which mattered. It
Yeah.
took 59 out of Toxapex, and it ended up, you know, kind of.
It ended up killing the Toxapex.
Yeah.
And considering that the only two mons left after that were like a Corviknight and Chansey, and I'm gonna say it was a specially defensive Corviknight.
Yeah,
so,
and that ended up mattering, and Elphuzon took OU that way.
Although I can't say I liked the way Star played this.
Yeah, it wasn't his best. It wasn't really his best. He should have played better with this team.
I feel like quite a few of his plays were questionable. Elphuzon, on the other hand, I felt he played decently well.
Yeah, I can agree. I agree. Like he didn't play bad.
Nature
It was
Site
just
Tapu Lele is certainly interesting.
I like that. I like that team choice a lot. That item choice on Lele is pretty good. But yeah, that's
but I really just did not like the way Star played.
Good thing he redeemed himself in the next match, but we'll talk about that later.
There were several opportunities. I think he should have recovered the Gastrodon.
Yeah.
It's not like
it's gonna.
Elphuzon had a very direct way of dealing with that. So
yeah.
Keep it healthy, man.
And in the end, he just couldn't. So yeah, that was OU. Elphuzon took that, and the last game was LC, where he had a very Elphuzon had a really impossible matchup. Stariel just had, and it ended up mattering, as Stariel played well in that whole series.
Impossible matchup, you say? This doesn't look too impossible to me.
Alright, and Stariel played well in the end. Would you say that Stariel played well?
Not necessarily. What stood out more to me about this game is that Elphuzon played badly.
Oh yeah, that's right, because he had Grookey and Natu and all that stuff.
I was just several times, the Marini, you can just freaking kill it.
You should have killed the Marini when you had the chance, Elphuzon.
Kill the Marini. Why are you just repeatedly U-turning and letting it hit you?
That was dumb.
You're not necessarily getting your mons low. What are you doing?
That was dumb. That was real dumb. And I really thought that Elphuzon, if Elphuzon had killed the Marini, he would have an easier time.
With the amount of time that Marini was low and how it never actually ended up dying, it's just disappointing.
Yeah, Elphuzon. If Elphuzon had played more aggressively with the Marini,
he did not play aggressively. He really did not.
He played passively. That was a passive LC game, and that's a shame because I thought Elphuzon's biggest tier was LC.
Man, I don't really know what happened here. He was just pivoting
the heck
when there was, I don't think there was really a need to pivot. Star clearly did not want... No, Star was clearly fine with sacking the Marini.
Yeah.
And I get, normally in that case, it would be like, well, if he wants it to get sacked, then maybe keep it around. It won't do too much harm. But it was doing harm. It was freaking killing Mons.
It was, and unfortunately, in the end, that ended up costing Elphuzon the whole game, and the whole series, in fact, because...
I don't know, would you say the whole game?
I don't know. If he just played, stronger turns, if he had a better sense of, hey, okay, Stariel's gonna kill. He's gonna let his Marini die. I should probably take advantage of that, and he didn't. That was already a big blow.
And I was just really like, why are you repeatedly turning the low health Marini?
Oh well. All's fair in love and Pokemon.
What do you get out of this?
I don't know.
What are you trying to accomplish by pivoting out so much? What are you trying to get in safely? Like what?
Oh well. Well, well. It's okay. It's okay, Elfuzon. It was your first dig against a really competent player in Stereo, so I wouldn't blame him for being nervous fighting him.
First, he faced Trade, didn't he?
Did he? Oh yeah, first.
And lost.
Just yeah, that's the reason why Elfuzon's in the losers bracket after all. But he did come back pretty strong, I'd say, in the losers bracket. He knocked out Frost Pixel, which I'm happy about.
Bracket. No, I think you mean out.
Yeah. Now he's out entirely. So, but what can you say about Elfuzon's road to the through the losers bracket? Ultimately ended up losing, but still.
Well, he knocked out Frost Pixel. That's fine.
I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. There goes our dig again. And yeah, so ultimately Stariel ended up being the better player and is going on to face Crunchman, but we'll talk about that series later.
Not going on to face Crunchman, went on to face Crunchman.
Yes. Poor wording, my choice, but well, again. So Stariel's gonna face
Did you say poor wording, my choice? Don't you mean poor choice in wording?
That's the joke.
That's your poor choice in wording.
That was the joke.
That's your poor choice in wording right there.
That's the joke, PokeArt. Anyway, Stariel won.
I get the feeling that wasn't an intentional joke.
Wow. Blunt choice from PokeArt, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, next on our list is Skimmy the God versus Lucas Joel. I think we've already covered the series last week.
Yes, wait. Did we?
I think we did. Let me just see.
Oh yeah, it says it was posted at like nearly 7 a.m. my time. No wonder.
Yeah, okay, so we haven't actually covered this match last week, so we're gonna cover it now. So first off, LC. Lucas Joel, Skimmy actually ended up playing better. It was a normal LC match in LC, and Porygon ended up being the mon that matters in both
I
both
believe
teams.
this game was close, the LC one.
Yeah, it was very close, and Skimmy ended up taking it with Poniard, I think. So yeah, Pori ended up mattering. It was basically sweeping the heck out of Skimmy's team, and in the end, the one mon that remained ended up winning for Skimmy. And then in PU,
wow, I'm just noticing.
Coincidence?
No, I think that's just the limitations of the LC meta, perhaps.
Aww. Is that a jab at LC?
No, not necessarily. Uber's is way worse.
Okay. That is true. So yeah, that was LC for you. PU ended up being better.
Yes, and by better you mean Skimmy dominating.
Yeah, it was way better. Choice Band Gallade.
Wow, I see some bias for Skimmy here.
You see some what?
I see some bias for Skimmy here because your definition of better is Skimmy dominating.
Yes. Yes, I did. So yeah, I think it was Choice Band Gallade that rocked Lucas Joel's whole team.
I've been seeing plenty of Gallade usage lately.
Choice Band Gallade is a wreck, ladies and gentlemen. Like, that is one of the most viable sweepers in PU.
Watch it get suspect tested.
Yeah, I will.
And then because then PU
PU won't be so fun anymore because Choice Band Gallade doesn't. Yeah.
And it'll just continue to be Stolly.
Mm-hmm. 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 That's the whole PU meta for you. Just one sweeper, and the rest are Stallmons.
Not necessarily, but
The
you got the
generalization.
occasional quiver dance for Bombi.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, Skimmy ended up winning. Fair enough, because Skimmy's main tier is, I think, PU, from what I've seen. So, he definitely has his meta down.
We originally thought it was Ubers,
Yeah,
but I
no PU.
guess
No, I've seen a lot of him from PU, and he's done well. He's done really well.
yeah, I guess PU's more fair.
Alright, so, and the last game of this loser's bracket was Richard Pepper versus PCD. This was a disappointing series, to say the least, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Yeah, both were hacksy ones, right?
Yeah, both ended up being hacksy games, and the Ubers one was a bit low on the hacks, but RU especially. Whew.
Oof.
And the fact that PCD never used Vaporeon in RU is you didn't really use that effectively.
Oh yeah, you just reminded me of the end game of the RU game.
Yeah, that Vaporeon should have been more.
I don't know if the Vaporeon lived that Photon Geyser from +2 Cosma at that range already, but like,
was it low?
Even if, why would you switch it out and just make it go lower? At that point, were you just trying to like stall out the turns or something, or what were you doing?
I think he was just trying to end the game as quickly as possible.
No, if he was trying to end it as quickly as possible, he wouldn't have protected twice.
I guess. That is true. He was just trying to install out the PP turns. Yeah, that is a more logical way of putting things. So yeah, PCD ended up losing. What a not good way to go out, PCD. You were doing so well in the losers bracket. You made it. He came through round 1. He lost to Skimmy in the first round, and then he just teared up the losers bracket until he met the GOAT.
And then he loses to Richard Pepper.
Then he loses to the GOAT Richard Pepper, who has been...
Who is somehow still in the tour, despite the fact that, well, I've predicted against this man literally every week.
He just finds a way to win. He is the unsung GOAT. If you would tell me 5 years ago that Richard Pepper would have teared through TLT and beaten some of the strongest people in TLT, I would have laughed. But here we are.
No, if I told you that 5 years ago, you would say to me, wait, who are you?
Yeah,
what's TLT?
What's Pokemon? What is Pokemon?
What's a Richard Pepper?
Who is that person? Who are these people? Who are you people?
Yes, precisely, because you were not active on this site 5 years ago.
I was just making a joke.
No, not even I was.
Anyway.
4 years ago, yes, but not 5.
Anyway, Richard Pepper, if you told me before that Richard Pepper would be an absolute GOAT in TLT, I would have laughed. Even if the strong record in BLT showed. Like, Richard, he was destined to lose to Arsenine, he was destined to lose to Gray, but Hacks ended up saving him. And then right now with PCD...
He actually kind of outplayed Gray, let's not forget that.
He did. But in the case of PCD...
Yeah, like, Richard's actually been showing some decent play.
Yeah, he's been...
Like, in the first game, I'll admit, I did like how he played that.
Yeah. Like, he's definitely improved over the course of, what, 2 years? So, yeah, Richard Pepper, unsung hero. Unsung hero of TLT. So, that's all the games from round 5 done. Let's move on now.
Not really gonna go into detail about what actually happened in these games.
I mean,
and why Richard GOAT actually won?
Okay, you describe it. I haven't really fondly remembered that series.
Uh,
Because I don't remember. Cause I watched the games, but I only remember hacks. There was no notable notes, just hacks.
well, I remember PCD had a sub, Combine, Protect, Lava Plume, Entei, and RU. That was interesting.
Oh, that's right. He had a special Entei. That was
Yes,
really
isn't that interesting?
yeah, that was that. You never see Entei run around. You always see like what Choice Band or Life Orb or Boots even, but not
Yeah. What was the hacks that happened in Ubers again?
Let me go check. Okay, we just
I
Richard
and PCD basically had like the same Necrozma set.
yeah, well,
Dance weakness policy?
no.
PC
Richard only had the weakness policy. PCD had leftovers. Dragon Dance, Earthquake, weakness, Necrozma.
yeah, right. But it was still Dragon Dance, but yeah.
Yeah, the hacks that happened was Necrozma got burned.
Necrozma got burned from like a flamethrower.
A flamethrower that ended up costing PCD Ubers.
That cost PCD, yeah.
Okay, so we just reviewed the RU game once again, just to kind of refresh our memories. Richard had a really neat Necrozma set with weakness policy Rock Polish, and it ended up photon geysering and earth powering everything.
Meanwhile, in Ubers,
the burn.
No, not only that, Richard's Zygarde crit killed PCD's Eternatus.
Oh yeah.
Like it was on full.
That's
so I'm pretty sure that lived normally.
And in the end,
crit killed right there.
And in the end, PCD couldn't really get an advantage. I would still think Richard would have won even without the hacks, but still, ugh.
I don't know about that.
That's just speculation at this point. So.
In fact, I kind of doubt. I somewhat doubt Richard would have won without the hacks.
Well, we'll talk. We can talk about it. We can talk about it when we get to when we can talk about it later. Anyway, let's move on to round 6. Shall we?
Yeah.
So, one match has already happened, and let's talk about that first. Let's talk about Crunchman versus Starreal first. Oh boy, this series, when I saw this live. It was literally when I woke up, too.
Yeah, and I didn't see it right away.
So, first off...
I was busy reading ones and didn't pay attention to the pings on Discord.
Yeah. Nobody pings anymore in Discord. Let's just say that outright.
No, it was pinged.
I know.
I just wasn't paying attention to it.
Anyway, first game was PU. Choice Band Gallade strikes again. That...
Yeah.
Crunchman
Gallade is such a beast.
Yeah, Crunchman didn't really have anything that could take care of Choice Band Gallade, and...
Oh no,
man,
nothing.
Nothing at all, and it's, Starreal ended up kind of sweeping it with it. Even when Gallade was down, like, Starreal clearly had the advantage over it. It was like a 5-2
let me look at this.
win.
Oh my god, legit. Crunchman's entire team...
Weak to Gallade.
...has a type weakness to Gallade, as if Gallade didn't hit hard enough neutrally.
Even with resisted damage, it's still
5 out of 6.
Even with
had a stab type weakness to it. And the one that didn't was Rabombi, and that got crit killed by Zen Headbutt.
Zen Headbutt on full, if I remember.
Yes, and according to the Calc Star posted in the game, that crit didn't even matter.
Damn, that just goes to show you how physically weak Rabombi is and how physically strong Choice Band Gallade is. So
No, we all knew how physically weak Rabombi is. It's just how beastly Gallade is.
yeah. So yeah,
Come on, Rabombi's legit a little fairy bug.
60,
With like
60
toothpick
defense.
arms and legs.
Hey.
And it's also small. Like come on. If it's not obvious that's physically weak, then I don't know what to tell you.
Tell that to when you play eventually Sun and Moon. so, um,
Oh.
so Choice Band Gallade ended up winning the PU game. OU was a bit closer.
Yeah, like not even Star. Star didn't win the PU game. Choice Band Gallade did.
Yeah, OU was a little bit closer though. Stariel basically had a Hydreigon and a Melmetal and just bulk. Again, the thing about Stariel is that he loves his fat bulk. And so does Crunchman actually.
Yes.
And so does Crunchman actually. Like,
Thing.
yeah, like look at this team. Like, does that not scream bulk? Although I will say, Crunchman had Assault Vest Tornadus when he had a lot of hazards around, while Stariel had Heavy Duty Boots, which is the optimal Tornadus Therian set. So
Although I'm pretty sure that lost its Heavy Duty Boots early.
it did, and Stariel ended up having to defog, and somehow get, was it Lando or Melmetal, either one of the two, basically ended up going for Stealth Rock, and Crunchman had no way of dealing it unless Stariel would have defogged, but who would be too stupid to do that? So yeah. Although I will say that the Tapu Bulu killing the Toxapex in like +1 against Toxapex doing 79%, that really surprised me.
Well, why? It's a Tapu Bulu.
I know.
In grassy terrain.
But as soon as the gameplay,
an attack boost.
Yeah.
And that stab. Well, why is that surprising?
But I will say that afterwards it made me realize, oh, this is a special defense Toxapex, because it took like what, 20 out of a Heatran Earth Power?
I think you're underestimating that a little.
So yeah, it ended up Toxapex with strangely knockoff and not Scald. Toxapex.
No, knockoff's not too weird, though the absence of Scald is
pretty weird, yeah, because especially when Heatran and Lando
are. It's not too weird. I've seen it.
I've seen it, but yeah. Another thing that surprised me is that the Hydreigon ended up not killing the Heatran, and it just basically died to it, because Dark Pulse, like, Heatran lived on 3 and it still killed the Hydreigon. Also, Star was doing.
Hydreigon's weak.
Also, Stariel ended up like choking just a little bit by switching Melmetal into a Magma Storm Heatran, which is iffy. But he was intending to sack it, so I don't. So, but he was intending to sack the thing, so that
Wasn't the Melmetal put on low?
Yeah, it was, and the close combat on the Melmetal was all right. I can see this play. I was basically just watching this match out of spite, so because they played so early. But yeah. So.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, unfortunately, Crunchman missed like 2 Toxics on the.
Yeah, that's the hacks that happened. Yeah, that was another thing that happened. The hacks. Lando was not getting a Toxic off until like 5 turns later, when it actually hit the Toxic on Stariel's own Lando, which, you know, okay, fair enough, but having to miss 2 Toxics like that, 2 pretty crucial Toxics, that hurt.
Yeah.
So finally,
although Stariel did miss the next Toxic he did.
So I guess that balances out, right? I missed
no,
2
not really.
I missed 2
it's
Toxics,
not equivalent
you pick 1.
Exchange. It's like 1 for 2.
Yeah, so in the end, Stariel had to keep Toxapex healthy, and that's exactly what he did. Ended up, kind of sweeping with knockoff. So yeah, Stariel. Sterial won that
Yes,
one.
sweeping with a knockoff Toxapex.
You never see those every day. And finally, Ubers. Now, watching this Ubers game live was
Yeah, no, that game I actually did see live. I didn't see the first two live.
Let me just say that the team choice of Crunchman was actually not too bad. It had Galarian Darmanitan, and only one of Stereal's Pokemon are resisted. Necrozma.
Alright. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but the Necrozma played a huge role in that match, having to flinch para the Yveltal
Oh, yeah.
3 times.
Parried it. First it parried it, then it flinched it with Iron Head 3 times.
3 times before it ended up killing. That already spelled disaster.
Yeah, especially because Star had a Cali.
Especially when Star had a Cali, and you need Yveltal to check that. So, yeah, that was unfortunate. And you'd think in the end that Crunchman was gonna sweep with Galarian Darmanitan with Icicle Crash because it was it took out 2 Mons. Then are we to it?
I didn't think it would sweep.
No. Oh yeah. Well, yeah, the end game, yes, but the Sucker Punch on the Yveltal basically ended up killing it. I don't know if it was a roll.
Yeah, it was on about half, so that makes sense that it killed.
I do not know if that was a roll or not. I think it isn't, but yeah. We'll see.
All I know is that it was pretty obvious that Yveltal had Sucker Punch once it got sent in against the Galarian Darmanitan.
Yeah, now thinking about it, yeah, why would he send it out?
And I think the Necrozma was still alive.
Yes, it was. And I really thought that
So yeah, I think it was pretty obvious what was about to happen there.
There you go. And Stariel ended up winning the game that way. Very, very well played there. So Stariel moves on, beating Crunchman, who's had another pretty impactful run in his first TLT. He did pretty well. He got to top 8.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad for your first one.
Miminger was in the top 9.
That's true. That's true. Very good. Very good for all players all around. But Stariel, we would have picked Stariel either way, right? Even if it went to 5 games, or had the match had not played.
Yes.
So yeah, Stariel would have still won in the predicts. So yeah.
Like legit, Stariel 3-0'd this man.
And this is a best of 5, by the way. It's not a best of 3 anymore. It's a best of 5. Stariel's still active.
And this was a 3-0. Absolute dominated.
All right. So, will the other matches be the same as that? We'll find out in our first match of round 6 from the winners bracket. Crying versus Danny YSB. This is probably the part where we're like, oh crap, both could win. Who would win more in our minds?
To be honest, I think Crying should have this.
Same here. I'm thinking Crying would win this, especially with the tiers that they have selected.
Oh, the tiers, they have been announced?
The tiers have been announced, and they are Ubers, OU, UU, RU, and NU.
Is there somewhere I can look to memorize that?
So yeah, Ubers, OU, UU, RU, NU.
Ubers, OU, UU, RU, NU.
So I think, of course,
Crying should take Ubers. Yeah. Crying should take OU.
Yep.
I imagine Crying might take UU. Danny could take RU or NU.
Here's what
even then, I think Crying has a fair chance there.
I agree with you with Ubers and OU. I think Crying should win there. I'm thinking Danny would win UU. And
why is that?
Because judging from the plays that we've seen so far, I think in terms of UU, I think Danny has had more of the edge, has had a better handling of the meta. So
Well, who exactly are you favoring?
I'm favoring crying because I think
Better?
you for Danny, are you for Danny as well, and then crying will take NU.
What?
That is judging these two comparatively speaking by NU. Crying's got this. I know.
Really?
I think that is. I think I'm in the minority in saying that, but yeah, crying. I think Inc will win. Uber's OU NU, and Danny will take the other two. This will go to 5 games. I hope this will go to 5 games.
I honestly feel like it'll go to 4.
That seems more likely. If both lose motivation after the first 2 losses, then yeah. I could see this going into 4, but I really want this to go to 5.
Also, not gonna lie, I'm a little surprised that, I guess they didn't. I guess DOU isn't a part of this selection. Like,
Nah,
I feel like
I think
Crying could have gotten a win from that. I don't know how Danny fares in DOU.
I think Danny would have banned DOU and Crying would have banned LC if that were the case. So
Yeah.
while tier selecting, so yeah, that's just my prediction on what the tiers would have gone. So yeah, we both think Crying should go on to winners finals.
Yep.
So who will meet Crying potentially in the other semifinal bracket? We have Blimax versus Trade, aka the hypiest matchup. The hypiest matchup you will ever hype.
Who do you think wins this? I'm not sure.
This is a 50-50. Let me check if they have posted tiers.
Oh, I guess they didn't lock.
Yeah, they haven't. Well, they probably locked in Discord, but so we can only guess what tiers they will do. To be honest, I'm thinking this will go into 3.
What?
You know,
not 5?
That I know that's a bold prediction, but if definitely Ubers is gonna be played. There is no way that they won't be banning Ubers.
Yeah, that makes sense.
OU should go into, who do you think? I think Trade. Yeah.
Really?
I think Trade has a better. I think Trade is better in Blimex and OU. I don't know.
I think that's really strange of you to say, given
No. You're right. Blimax is better. No, I'm thinking past BLT, but no. Blimax should take OU. Now I'm thinking about it. Blimax should have this easily. Trade could take RU, NU, and PU with support. With proper support.
Oh, I imagine Trade taking PU, yeah.
Yeah. LC? Trade?
I don't know.
Trade, I guess.
I wouldn't know.
Blimax should take the OU, and Monotype's hard. I think I'm going Trade on that one. I don't know, maybe. Man.
Your predictions feel rather random.
No, that's just me debating on what tiers are they good at versus the other. So I'm thinking in my head, I don't know. Uber's is gonna be that crucial one. So I'm thinking that this will be Blimax's game, and he will take this in 3.
I think that's BS.
No? You think it's Trade? You think this will be Trade?
No, I just don't think it'll go in bare minimum 3.
I don't know. It's all depending on how they play. That first game will be.
That this is 5 games? No, I'm thinking this will go in at least 4 or 5.
No, I know this is 5 games, but you thinking this will be 5 games? Okay, yeah, fine.
They are rather equal in skill level.
Okay, fine. Yes. I can't see them going into 3 games anymore. 4, yes. 4 seems likely than 5.
4 or 5.
So I'm thinking Blimax. I'm still thinking Blimax should win. What do you think?
I'm honestly not sure. My gut is saying Trade.
You thinking trade? Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the hardest. This is probably...
Trade strikes me as more of an all-arounder.
Yeah, okay. But
Blimax
is just...
has mains.
Yeah, and mains, and he does it phenomenally. So, with that...
Yeah. And there's also the fact that I believe both of these guys are Ubers players.
They are.
So I really hope to see an Ubers game.
I really hope. If they ban Ubers, then I don't know what to think of this series anymore. But
yeah, honestly, since it's 5 tiers, I highly doubt either one's going to really ban Ubers.
So yeah, Blimax. So I'm thinking Blimax because despite how good Trade is as an all-arounder, those specific tiers that Blimax is good at will matter more. Because
Trade could always ban one of them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, in terms of overall skill and from what I've seen from these two in the tournament so far, I think Blimax has the advantage.
That's so? You think Blimax been playing better?
Yeah, I think Blimax has been playing a lot better. Far better than any people would have hoped, so... Yeah.
What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. Never mind me. He's one of the favorites to win TLT. That's all that matters.
I mean, yeah, okay, fair.
Okay. So we already...
My point is, this could very much go either way.
So, Stariel versus Crunchman. We've already talked about that one. Richard Pepper versus Skimmy. Oh, this is hard. This is just as hard. They've locked tiers. The advantage is that they've locked tiers. So they're playing Ubers, OU, UU, RU, and Monotype. This will also go into 4 games. Just saying.
You think so?
Yeah, I think this will go into 4 games, and Skimmy's got the advantage in Ubers, definitely. UU, I think Skimmy's got UU as well. RU and Mono, that's definitely Richards. But OU is interesting. OU easily is the most divisive of the 5 tiers, especially since neither player really can either play Uber's OU well or just cannot.
Didn't Richard beat Gray in OU?
He did, but so you're thinking Richard would win based on that match with Gray alone. Do you think Richard is better in OU than Skimmy?
I have no idea.
See how hard these predicts sometimes go, because literally either one of these players could win, and it would be happy. So unless a Haxie game happens, I will go Skimmy. What do you think?
I'm gonna say Skimmy as well.
All right. So Skimmy in 4 games. This will be oh man, this this TLT's been exciting. So I'm hoping that these last 3 games will do exceptionally well, and I hope none of them has been as curb stompy as Stariel versus Crunchman plays.
Yeah, I really. I mean, even then, that's still 3 games to watch.
Yeah, that's true. A minimum of 3. So, yeah. So that's been our predictions for TLT 5 Round 6. Tune in next week. We'll be talking about the Round 6 recap, plus Round 7 predictions, aka winners finals and winner and losers finals. Well, no.
Yep, it's just gonna keep getting shorter and shorter.
And it will be getting harder and harder to predict. So.
And eventually we'll be making a video where we're literally just predicting one match.
It's true.
And we'll be like, I think blank will win. Okay, that's the video.
Okay, we're gonna have to pad it out with the we're gonna have to pad it out with the recap. So yeah. Thank you all for watching this video. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like. If you don't like it, well, the dislike button is already broken, so you have no choice. Please leave comments down below. I want to hear what you think of these players in general and who will win TLT out of all of these 7 remaining competitors. And please subscribe for more videos because we're gonna be.
And click the notification bell.
Click the notification bell to get early access to my videos once they come out. So yay! Yeah, thank you all for watching. And this has been Micoy and PokeArt signing out.
This video is sponsored by...
You've done that joke 10 times now, please.
No, I